Hi guys, Jay Nelson here once again, and I'm just making a video now out of the blue because I came across a video that I wanted to talk about a little bit. Actually, I was planning to make another video about foreigners working in Japan, not as teachers, but in convenience stores. And that's going to be another video that's coming soon. But it just so happened that I saw this, and it kind of connects to what I wanted to say in a different video, but that will be later. I want to talk about what happens in this video now. So I'm not going to do one of those kind of live watching because I don't know how to. So I'm just going to play some clips of the TikTok and then I'm going to discuss what I think afterwards. So first of all, I'm just going to set the scene. It's by a guy called Lan Chao. The guy who made the TikTok. He makes YouTube shorts, and when I saw this video, I kind of wanted to make sure that he's not a bit of a pleb, just kind of doing stuff like this all the time. Looking at his other videos, he's just making normal eating videos. It doesn't seem like he's making other videos getting into fights. It does seem to be a unique case, so I just wanted to preface this because the way that he talks in the video is a bit strong, but I'll show the video now. Here we go.
言いましたよね。なんかあんの？セルフで温める場所があんの？え、セルフ？温めと言ったあなた。最初。わかった？え？温めと言ったあなた。え、どういうこと？温めてと言ったあなた最初。え、言いました。温めて。温めてください。温めてお願いしますと言ってわかった？え？何？え？
Okay, so basically what has happened here is he is wanting a bento or something warmed up. Convenience stores have microwaves. You can see the microwave very clearly behind. And he's basically said, "Atatamete oite," which means warm it up, please. And I guess the staff, I don't know where he's from. He is obviously foreign, and his Japanese doesn't sound great because when he's shouting, he's obviously not able to connect a conversation together. He's just shouting words. And as he said, "Atatame toite," which is kind of like warm it up. It's not like warm it up please in the kindest way, but it's not necessarily rude. And he's obviously got upset and said, "You need to say atatamete kudasai." Like he's getting angry because he didn't say please. Now, it's kind of like if you get upset about everybody who doesn't say please at the convenience store, you are going to lose your job very quick, that's for sure. What I will add to this, however, is if you have a bento in a convenience store, technically you shouldn't be in the position where you need to ask "Atatamete kudasai." The staff should have said to the customer "Atatame ka?" and then he would have said "yes please" or "no thank you." What seems to have happened here is that the staff actually hasn't asked if he wants his bento warmed up, if that makes sense. Because the only reason why the customer would have said, "warm it up," is if he hasn't been asked if he wants it warming up. So that seems like to be a first misstep. And that kind of connects to the video that I wanted to make next about. It's completely fine, in my opinion, that so many foreign people are working in convenience stores. However, what I've noticed, and from talking to friends as well, the quality of service is naturally going to go down from what we expect from Japanese people. And I have a few examples just from the convenience store near my school when I was in my school. So over the 6 years that I worked in my international preschool, there was a Family Mart right around the corner, like a 30-second walk. And when I first started, there was a Sri Lankan woman who was there. And I think she was very, very accustomed to life in Japan. She basically was a Japanese person. And she actually tried asking me for a job, which I couldn't give her, unfortunately. She seemed very, very good. But everybody else was Japanese. And over those 6 years, basically everyone became non-Japanese, except for the Tencho and one other lady. Now, I will say that the quality of service did go down a lot. The little things that I think Japanese people instinctively know that maybe foreign people don't. For example, when it rains, you've got to get the umbrella stand out and get the umbrellas in the entrance because people are naturally going to want to buy them. Now, when I got to the convenience store when it was pouring down with rain, there was just lots of umbrellas stood against the wall because there was only foreign staff in there and there was no umbrella stand. So that's kind of a slight difference. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's just a small thing, right? The other part is, you might have seen pictures, but I also saw it in the convenience store too, putting things on the floor. Now, in Japan, people don't like things touching the floor. For example, food, even if it's in a packet. And when they're stacking the shelves, I've seen bread in the packs put on the floor while they're being stacked. Now, I understand why people won't like it. For me personally, it doesn't change my eating experience. But again, it's just those little differences. It's not keeping with the standards that Japanese people would have had before. And the final thing is, and I really don't want this to sound rude or impolite, there was one person from a specific country who stank. And I think you can probably imagine what I'm trying to say by that. But it is what it is. And as somebody from England, it's something that I'm used to. However, I can imagine for Japanese people, it is something that they might not appreciate and might be underwhelming for. It might be a little bit overwhelming for them. Because when they go into the convenience store, maybe when they're interacting with the staff, they don't want to be overwhelmed with smells, and not necessarily, especially like 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's those little things that might seem a bit of a, I don't know. There's a lot of things that may be just building up. You might have seen videos on social media of convenience stores staff getting into fights with customers. I even saw a video of like literal fist fights between, I think they were Nepalese customers and Nepalese staff. It is, you can't deny that the quality is different of staff. Whether that is a case of Japanese people being too strict with their rules and their manners, or whether it's foreigners not being strict enough, it's obviously hard to judge. Well, it's probably not that hard to judge, but it's clearly very, very different. And what I'm going to kind of lead in to talk about in my next video is what I've noticed living in Chiba Prefecture. Convenience stores now are mostly manned by foreigners, even here. Places like Skia, Tenya, Katsuya, a lot of them are foreign staff. Key, these are all Japanese companies, Japanese brands, manned by foreign staff. Interestingly, and again, Chiba Prefecture, because I know Tokyo is different, McDonald's, Starbucks, KFC, foreign brands. You don't see a single foreign person working there. Now, I know, again, I'm going to say it again, Tokyo is different. It's quite interesting to me that the Japanese companies are hiring lots of foreigners, but then the international companies, which you would imagine probably would attract more foreign people working there, are keeping their staff Japanese. That's just a thought that I'm going to leave on today. I'm not going to go too deep into it. It's just an observation that I've made. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.